Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we are revisiting Triamids. So we got a brand new Triamid support from this latest box. What is it? It's Triamid Sphinx. Cannot be normal summoned. He's a level 10 anyway, so not like you'd want to. Must be special summoned with the effect of a Triamid card. We don't really have any other Triamids that special summon, so it's got to be his own effect. If a face-up Triamid card you control except himself is destroyed by battle or card effect, destroyed by battle or card effect. Doesn't matter if it's your opponent. Doesn't matter if it's you. As long as it's destroyed, he's coming out. You can special summon this card from your hand while you control another Triamid card. This card gains 500 attack and defense for each field spell with a different name in your graveyard. Also, monsters your opponent control cannot attack except for this boy. So it gets pretty beefy when you have some field spells in your card. He's pretty easy to get out. Just one of your boys have to be destroyed. You could even destroy them yourselves, which we have plenty of ways to do. And he's searchable with Cruiser. So really, we're only running 2. Didn't want to fill it with 3. You could even get away with 1 since it's searchable and he's a boss. So it's super, super cool. Now, I don't usually cheese Treacherous into a deck, but this is just asking for it for a couple of reasons. We had the field spell Triamid Fortress. All rock monsters gain 500 defense. That's not why it's here. This face-up card in the field zone is sent to the... Triamid monsters on the field cannot be destroyed by card effects. That's why we want it. So if you have Triamid Fortress and a Treacherous, you can use one of your monsters, destroy one of your opponent's monsters, and you don't lose your monster because they can't be destroyed. So it works out really, really well with Treacherous Trap Hole. Or, let's say you don't have your Fortress, but you have your Sphinx in hand. Destroy one of your opponent's monsters and one of your own monsters with Treacherous Trap Hole. That's going to remove their monster and summon your Sphinx off your own instance of destruction. So Treacherous really shines brightest in Triamid's decks, in case you guys didn't already know. And then so beyond Fortress, Fortress is the defense. King Golem is the offense. You gain 500 attack. Your opponent cannot activate spell or traps until the end phase, or it's actually card effects, so that's pretty good. It special summons from your hand when it's sent to the graveyard. Not the most useful. But Triamid Cruiser, now that's where you're getting searching. So if a Triamid monster is normal summon, you get to draw 1 card, then discard 1 card. That's perfectly fine. But if this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to search whatever you want. You can search your Sphinx using your Triamid's effect to get rid of a spell card or a field spell with a new field spell during your opponent's turn. Works out really well. So we're only using 2 of virtually everything. We just have 3 of the money cards, which are Triamid Master and Triamid Cruiser. Triamid Master will send a Triamid monster or a field spell to the graveyard to destroy a set card. And beyond these 2 cards, everything else is 2, guys. 2 Sphinx, 2 Hunter, who gives you another normal summon, 2 Dancer, who will return a card from the grave to buff your attack. Like I said, 2 Treacherous that are just fantastic in this deck. And we're using 2 Triamid Pulse. It does count as another Triamid card on the field for your Sphinx. So if you have some field spells on the grave and only your Sphinx, you can flip this face up. It counts as another Triamid card, and then he gains those attack points. It's actually pretty cool. And of course it's good on its own with rock type field spell monsters. So it really works out. Pretty bread and butter, guys. Pretty much almost 90% Triamids, and then we have 2 Treacherous, and Treacherous is an amazing card. So why not? Now I'm using Ties That Bind. Ties That Bind is pretty much someone's way of saying I don't know what skill to use, and I don't know what skill to use. Ties That Binds don't really make or break this deck. So if you guys have better skill options and Triamids, definitely throw them at me. Nothing like Field Exchange, nothing that takes too much setup. Generally you want something you can use on demand when you want to, or something that's going to manipulate your starting hand. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys use for Triamids? And I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. Alright, here's a Yami Yugi. Seeing plenty of those. Going second. No map for the boy. Have a Sphinx and nothing to summon him. But we do have a Treacherous, which is going to let us summon him when something gets destroyed. Here our boy starts with just a straight up. Magician of Chaos says do something. But we will do something. We normal summon our Hunter, set our trap cards, and wait for this boy. He's got a Cosmic Cyclone. Good thing we hit our Treacherous well. He's going to try to Magician of Chaos our Hunter. So we're gonna Treacherous our own Hunter, destroy both. That triggers the Sphinx, guys. That's why Treacherous is so perfect for this deck. And here's our Sphinx. We chose not to swing because he could potentially have Destiny Draw. We don't want to trigger that. He didn't have Destiny Draw, he had Master of Rights. So blew up in our face. But give him that Master of Rights. He could use his Advanced Ritual. All he wants, we're not scared. Kamikazes into our Sphinx. So pretty bold move. We have plenty of monsters in our deck though. We top deck Triamid Master, hit him for 1900. We know there's no Destiny Draw now. Go ahead and try to Master of Rights once again. We're not scared. Sets a back row. We get our Cruiser. We're going to get rid of that Cruiser with Master. Destroy his bluffed little Eye of Timeus. And he's already done, but we're going to keep doing combos just as bad manners. So we throw our Sphinx back. So really, you could probably just get away with one Sphinx, guys. Then finish him off with a 1300 monster. Great, great stuff. Alright, here's a Bandit Keith. Going second. Lots of going second. So he's using 22 cards, it would look like. We have some Dancers and some Masters with a Triamid Pulse. There's our Cruiser. Now we're going to normal summon, draw one, probably throw away a Dancer depending on what we get. It's a Sphinx, so we definitely throw away a Dancer. Now I throw away that field spell. We destroy a Desk Boy. Search our Hunter for next turn. Ties that binds up to 1900. And now our Triamid Pulse is live because we have a Rock Monster and a field spell in our graveyard. So we have an instance of destruction. Here our boy's using Switcheroo. Summons a Deskbot. Going to destroy us, but not do any damage. Guess what though? Destroying our Master brings out our Sphinx. Now check this out. We flip up our Triamid Pulse. We have a field spell in the graveyard. Triamid Pulse counts as a Triamid card, bumping him up to 3000. But we banish the field spell to destroy a Despot. Now these defense mode Despots really aren't going to bother us whatsoever. We normal summon our Hunter, choose not to summon our Triamid Dancer, probably should have, and buffed all their attacks, but we gave our boy a chance, and he scoops. Great, great stuff, guys. Alright, here's Yami Yugi. We're going second. But yeah, I'm just not comfortable with Ties That Binds. There's gotta be something better. So here we have our King Golem and a Master with both our traps. We're fighting Glad Bees. Super random. 2 Treacherous Trap Holes. Lavish. So we get our Master. Master's destroyed by Beast Charge. So we're going to have to fall back on our Treacherous. Thankfully this boy top deck a monster. We show him our Triamid Pulse just as a flex. Then we hit him with the Treacherous. Both his monsters are gone. He's in top deck mode just like us. But we top deck Triamid Hunter. He used balance, so we're not worried about Destiny Draw. We hit him for 2k exactly. Now that Treacherous isn't live, obviously, but our Triamid Pulse would be once we send enough field spells to the graveyard. Our boy scoops on us though. Great, great stuff, guys. Alright, here's a Seto Kaiba. Let's see what our boys got first. We're going second. We have first or second turn plays. Doesn't really matter. What we don't have is an extra deck. So we're using Cruiser. Our opponent just sets 2 back row. We're not afraid of that. We're going to use 1 Cruiser. Normal summon Hunter. That's 1 draw. We throw away our Master because we have 2. Then we normal summon again. Throw away that Fortress because we don't care. We use our Master to destroy a Karma Cut. Weird he didn't want to chain it. We search another Sphinx. We don't really need 2 Sphinx, but we already have another Cruiser ready to go. Then we ties that bind to do almost lethal. Not quite lethal. He still has 400 life points. Bet he wishes he chained that Karma Cut, but he probably needed those cards in his hand. So here he's going to use a Sage, search a Stone of Ancients, set another back row, and simply scoop. Nice and easy. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yami Yugi. We're going second. He's using Millennium Puzzle nonsense. So we have a King Golem. We have a Cruiser. So with both Cruiser and King Golem and a Hunter, guys, are really stacked, especially with Triamid Pulse and Treacherous. And of course, Triamid Pulse is continuous, so it doesn't interfere with Treacherous unless your opponent destroys it without causing Cyclone, which rarely ever happens. But back to the main combo, we have 2 field spells and Hunter. So if we play Cruiser first, normal summon our Hunter, we get to draw a card. Hunter lets you normal summon another Trimid monster. We throw away another field spell. Now we get rid of that Cruiser with the King Golem. That's going to give us a search and buff our attacks. We search our Master. We normal summon him with our Hunter. Ties that bind, like I said, doesn't make or break us. And thanks to King Golem, that back row is completely ignored. And for a nice, quick, lethal. Even Trimids have OTKs in their pocket when you're relying on something like a Battle Trap or bricking or whatever, what have you. We were set up for even the biggest of fields with the Treacherous Trap Hole and Trimid Pulse with already pretty much three field spells in the graveyard. So we were ready for anything, guys. I don't know what's, Trimids have always been pretty good rogue deck. I don't think Sphinx is going to change that one way or another. It's definitely probably just play one, guys. Probably just play one. Search it with Cruiser. Have it ready when you need it. He's not like make or break for the deck. It works great with Treacherous. Treacherous is a must for this deck, guys. Treacherous with Fortress, Treacherous with Sphinx, whatever you want to chain it with, whether you want to actually destroy your monster or don't destroy your monster. Works out really great. Work those Treacherous in there. Don't fall for other traps. And I hope you guys enjoyed.